Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of Digital Civic Engagement. These are the announcement videos, which are basically a way for us to touch base and make sure you know what you're doing for the week. And they're going to be nice and short. First, I'm going to make a couple observations, and then I'm going to go through Module 1 and what you want to make sure you do and what you want to complete in order to make sure that you do Module 1 correctly. So, observations number 1, our class is awesome. I can't wait for you to go back and watch everybody's, well, not everybody's, you're going to watch some people's videos. That's what your preheat is for module 1, because I've watched all the videos. And first of all, I don't know why we don't have a field trip for this class, because we all would be going to like Fiji, Japan, all around Southeast Asia, Europe, Italy, big emphasis on Italy, all of these places. And it was amazing because no one in all of the videos that I've seen so far has said that they would think that virtually going to that place would equal us going to that place. And a lot of it had to do about the sensory, the food that you eat, the smells, everything that's all around you, which is really fascinating because we're going to see how a lot of these digital platforms try to tap into these desires of humans, right? We desire that sensory overload. I mean, so many philosophers, Aristotle included, talk about how we move through the world with our senses. But that's not necessarily our logic, but it's how we move through the world. And also, we're going to look into how these digital platforms use the other desires of humans, like this idea of being connected to people. All of you talked about the fact of that you use technology all of the time, right? There's no way around it, whether it's to talk with people or whether to do your work, and that we often feel that we can't escape from it. Many of you talked about how when you go running, you're like, I don't want to be getting text messages during that time. So, super fascinating. And we're going to use that as a foundational basis as we move through all of this information about being a digital civic person. How do you do that? How do we not manipulate? How do we make sure that people are getting an authentic and real experience? So that gets us into module 1. So, like I showed you in the intro video, so the module, obviously, you just go in, click into the preheat activity first. This is going to take you back to the discussion post, and you're going to respond to one of your fellow classmates. Now, if you were not able to upload your video, if you emailed it for me, for example, the best you can probably do is type out the answers and put them in the discussion post. So that way someone can at least respond to them, because this is the part that you will actually be able to respond and connect with each other. All right. So if you weren't able, I know it's a pain, if you can get it uploaded, one of the other hacks, put it on YouTube and then embed that YouTube into the discussion post. Like you can put a YouTube where you do audio or media, you can link it to YouTube. That's another workaround if you can't do it. All right. And then, so that's going to be the preheat, right? You're going to go into that discussion post. Then you go through the next, and of course, the next is going to bring you to the overview, and also it's going to lead you into your readings that you're going to do, right? So this will tell you exactly how to move through the module step by step, what the focus is, and what our objectives are. And then the next page is going to get into the media links and also your readings. So we are going to be working on a collaborative document, which I'm going to put you all in, that basically are the 10 best practices. And we're going to look at these different digital platforms and be like, here's what I love about it. Here's what I did not like about it. So I have, you're going to put in the name and link of the project, and then you're going to answer these questions. So you're going to put that in the collaborative document, which I have added you all to. You'll get an email right after this saying that you've been added to it. And I have 3 different digital platforms. So you can choose whichever one you want. If you want to do NOMA, the New Orleans Museum of Art, their virtual gallery. Anti-Gravity is a really cool alternative publication in New Orleans, and they have this entire voting guide. You can look at that. And then Road Trip and Literature, that's through Atlas Obscura, and a journalist in New Orleans that worked on it. And but that goes through Road Trip by Literature. So check out one of those and then answer those questions. And then you have 2 readings. So the readings, just make sure you look. I'll always say if it's longer that you are only reading these sections, right? So pages 7 through 13. I tried to choose not long readings for you all. And then after the readings, then you will have your knowledge check quiz. This is going to be over the readings and the material that you've read. All right. I have in there, this comes from this material. You can use notes, you can look back. Obviously, I just want you to know this information. not trying to trick you. And then after that, you're going to go to right here, which you see is the announcement page, which is where I am. And then you're going to have an activity. So your activity this week is going to be in your group. You all will have these groups for the rest of the semester. So it will show you, you can find your members listed on this page. This is going to take you to the groups team or the team page. Then every single team, one of your names is going to be bolded. You are the team leader. That means that you are going to email everybody that is in your group. All right. If this person, for whatever reason, isn't emailing you in fast enough way and you want to step in, go for it. There's no reason, no shame in that. All right. So you're going to meet with your team, and basically you don't have to meet face to face. You're going to email each other, and you are going to break up this is in your reading. They basically have this platform for digital work. You're going to break this up because each section has questions in it. There's a total of 10 sections. There are 5 people in your group. So mathematically, each of you is going to cover 2 parts of this, right? So someone might cover metrics and channels. So for your part, you're going to answer the questions that are in those 2 groups. All right. You don't have to do the whole thing. But then eventually you're going to share this with your whole group, because as a group in a future module, you're going to do something with all of that material. And then, of course, after you finish the activity, then we have the discussion board. If you have questions, put them in here and we'll answer those. So that way we can use this as a kind of like an FAQ. All right. Remember, Fridays, super important. Everything is due on Fridays at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So let me know if you have questions. You all have been great and communicative, and have fun this week in the module and have a great weekend. Bye, y'all.